Hello biscuits, it's Cupcake Kamisama back here with another unboxing. I promise that I'm not actually buying that much. This package I have actually bought on pre-order all the way back in March. We are now on mid-July and it has only just arrived to me. So let's get right into it. So there's lots of tape and a plastic bag on the outside, which usually only means one thing, a Taobao shopping service. But there is a box inside, as I have asked my service to keep it. Ooh. Right. The box is well and truly battered, I guess is the correct expression. What you can see from in amidst all the battered cardboard is the Dear Celine logo. This is my very first Dear Celine item and I'm very excited. Oh my gosh! Oh wow! This is way more than I had anticipated. Right. So first is this after sales service card. I'm not sure whether you are able to tell, but there's glitter on the actual card, as well as Chibi Alice and White Rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. Everything else is in Chinese. Next, Dear Celine 2019. So that must be the catalogue. I feel like some of these have already been released. And some are definitely upcoming. Or maybe this is all upcoming. I'm not entirely sure. Needless to say, I'm very happy with this. It just goes to show that Dear Celine is by now a very well respected Chinese brand. They're not messing about. There's a clear file with this adorable bear having a milkshake and the Dear Celine logo, and on the back you have more milkshake drinking bears and some fruit. Can't see that in the catalogue, so I'm not sure whether this is an upcoming print, but I sincerely hope so. My wallet less so, but I sincerely hope so. And last but not least is this sky pastel blue badge rubber bear. And again, I'm not sure whether you can tell, but there is glitter on this one too. I genuinely did not expect any of these freebies. This has made me appreciate the brand even more. But this is what we're here for. This is the Magic Book OP, which I purchased in navy. Even though the green was just as stunning, I felt that I would be able to wear navy a bit more. So let's get it out of the plastic. Oh, hi. Right. That is one wonky bow, but that's because it's not attached to the dress, it's attached to the tag. There's a spare button and the... come on. The tag is absolutely stunning, and it has washing instructions on the back in both English and Chinese. Let's tuck these away for the time being. Now, like I said, this is my very first Dear Celine item. I had heard from various people, mostly friends, that they are one of those Chinese brands who produce things of higher quality. And even though this is definitely 100% polyester, it feels... it would be unfair to say, oh my gosh, that feels gorgeous, because it doesn't. You can feel that it's polyester, but it doesn't feel plasticky. It just feels like a light material. So the dress is fully lined, including the sleeves, as I've been feeling. You have this lovely collar, white collar, with some delicate diamond lace and a bit of gold braid trim. I do think, considering how the cuffs are the same fabric as the dress and how all the other colours are more muted, that a cream or ivory or even off-white would have been a better choice. But I can see the appeal of having such a stark contrast between the white of the collar and the dark of the dress. And this is when we get to the dress. The print is very Jane Marple-esque in that it's an all-over print. It's, even though the piece can still be worn, well, the piece still is Lolita, it can be worn in more otome ways. And in amidst all the various books, some of them you only see the spine of, some of them you see the front, you have some other objects. So there are some lamps, I believe. There are some, I'm not sure whether those are like magical girl wands or what, but that's what they look like. And they're topped with crowns. There are some quills with ink pots. And the whole thing is in those very rich, regal jewel tones. The navy of the dress, as in the background, is very dark. In natural lighting, you can tell that it's not quite black. However, I can definitely see it being mistaken for black. And everything else, it's either some shade of dark blue, green, reds, browns, purples, all those elements that are imitating gold. There's a whole array of colours in here, which is what makes it perfect for Otomake as well as Lolita, and which hopefully will make it somewhat easier to create different coordinates with, as you'll be able to pull on different colours, as well as to an extent different themes, because all these presumably magic books that give the dress and the series its name, they all have various things on the covers and on the spines, so you could pull at a variety of different themes. So there are coat of arms and emblems, whether they're trying to imitate Harry Potter or just European coat of arms, hard to say. There are crowns, there are fleur-de-lis, there are some just ornamental decorations, lots of filigree. You have two thin waist ties made of just the same fabric as the dress itself. I'm not anticipating finding pockets, but I will look nonetheless. Nope. And nope. At the back we just have more of the same prints. And the dress is closed with an invisible zip. And here's where you can see that lining. There's not much going on, so not much in terms of pattern matching at the zip. You can definitely see some disjointed buttons. However, looking at the pleats on the skirt, for the most part the print is somewhat centered, so the width of each pleat is roughly the width of one of the books in the print, which makes up for lack of pattern matching. Yeah, there's no pattern matching anywhere. The same goes on the bodice. You have seams here, and I guess with such a busy print, trying to pattern match even some seams would have been a Herculean task. Nonetheless, it would have been appreciated. And I was lying about a pocket. I had found one. So there is one on the left hand side. I am now double checking just in case. No, I think there is only one. Despite being polyester of the light variety, because there are two layers of it and the lining one is slightly more thickly woven than the printed one, the dress does have some substantial weight to it. I wouldn't call it heavy, but it's not light either. Which means that it is definitely a cooler weather kind of piece. So not quite suitable for now. Although of course I will try it on to see, well, firstly if it fits, and secondly how it fits. I had gotten it, well, A, because I do really like the print, but also my other OP, which was a very similar cut, was Angelic Pretty's British Crown, which I had sold since. I could never wear it without a sports bra compressing me in my chest, and even then sometimes it was just a hassle to zip up. It sat fairly high on me. I just wasn't feeling as comfortable in it as I would have liked. Now, I feel like in terms of cut, this might still be, provided that it fits, like just put it against my body here. This is where the waist seam is, and where I'm sat, this is where I'm currently wearing my skirt. So provided that the measurements were true and accurate, this should fit. Let's see if it does. Be right back. And I am back. As you can probably gather, the good news is that the OP does fit. So the length of the sleeves is perfect for me. I can't necessarily lift my arms more than this. But even though people check that, I mean, how often do you really need to lift your arms like this? It does sit a little bit high on me, so even though this is probably true to measurements, there is definitely a gap between my chest and the waist seam. The bad news is, because the zip is at the back and it's an invisible zip, it gets caught in that waist seam and it's basically impossible to do on your own. And there's still not necessarily stretching the seams there at the back. So it is literally the fault of the fact that it's an invisible zip and it just catches on that waist seam, which is a shame because I was hoping to be able to wear this OP casually, maybe to work once it gets to that time of year. I don't know, maybe the zip just needs a little bit of breaking into, so to speak. But yeah, it does fit. The length is really nice. As I'm sat here, it's reaching about this much below my knee, which means that when I stand up, it'll probably be just below it. Granted, I am not wearing a petticoat right now, and I fully imagine that when I do wear this OP, it'll be without a petticoat, so basically in Otomeke way, more than in Lolita way, because it'll take a very special kind of petticoat to make sure that I get poof at the bottom but not over here, so as to not make me looking wider. That's that pocket, so the pocket is right there. I can fit my whole hand in there, which is always good. And as you can probably tell, because this shade of blue is so dark, I don't necessarily have a perfectly matching navy headbones. Most of my navy header accessories, you can still tell that they're navy even in poorer lighting. So I might need to source something, or I'll just wear it with contrasting colours rather than matching. And I will say it's not a particularly hot day today. It's been, I think, around about 20 degrees Celsius, and this is definitely a bit too warm for this. I feel like because of the long sleeves, because of that heavier lining layer, and because polyester is a non-breathable material, I wouldn't wear it in warmer weather. This is definitely a cool weather piece. So off it'll go into my wardrobe up until it cools down enough for me to wear it. Overall, I am extremely happy with my first Dear Celine piece and my first Dear Celine order. Like I was saying earlier, I did not expect to get this many freebies and this kind of freebies to begin with. So the fact that I got a badge, a clear file, a catalogue and that little note is amazing. Oh yeah, I forgot to clip on the bow. I believe on stock pictures it sits somewhere here. So yes, I am very happy with Dear Celine and with the quality of their products and quality of the garment. The stitches are even, the fabric feels good, the pleats are even. You're getting very good value for money, considering how, I believe, with shopping service fees, because that was the last order I did with Taobao Trends. With shopping service fees, not including postage, this came up to 70 something US. Next time I find something from them that I like, I'll just jump at it straight away with less hesitation, because now I know what to expect of their quality. And on that note, thank you so much for sticking through it. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, make sure to like this video, comment on it, subscribe to the channel. I aim to make at least one video a month, although recently I've been lucky enough to have been able to do more. If you'd like me to continue doing more than one a month, then consider buying me a cup of coffee. A link to my coffee page is in the description box below. And as always, I encourage all of you to check out my blog, which is Cupcakes and Unicorns, where you'll find more Lolita content. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye!